Hello, and welcome to Living Proof, the Isaac Newton Institute podcast. My name is Dan Aspel. In today's episode, I will be speaking to Aluna Rizzoli. Aluna is the third recipient of the Simons Postdoctoral Fellowship in Mathematics that we've spoken to so far on the series, and we very much hope you enjoyed the episode. So, Aluna Rizzoli, it is fantastic to have you here. Welcome to Living Proof.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So we're speaking to you today because you are one of the Simons Postdoctoral Fellows, which is a really exciting position. And in fact, you've been in the area for a little while now, I believe.
I started in the beginning of August. So for now I'm based at the Pure Maths department, and eventually when my program comes up, I'll be here more.
Excellent. And the Pure Maths department, for anyone that doesn't know, is right next to the Newton Institute. So you see the building, we see your building. It's all connected by one single quad. And so you've been here since August. How's that going for you? Is it different to any working environment you've been in before? Are you feeling at home?
Well, I must say in August, it felt like there was nothing going on, of course. I started in the very beginning. And I came here sometimes, but I'm still living down in London. I decided that it made sense to stay after having built a life there with my housemates and such. And so I'm still in contact with some people at my old institution, Imperial College. So I'm doing a bit of stuff with someone there still. So I come here if I have something to do, if I have some seminars to attend, but otherwise I'll stay in London.
Yeah, it's been a tough situation, hasn't it? I know that a lot of the campuses across the university in the summer really wouldn't have had much happening, because not only were most of the students not there, but also the staff were all mostly being told to work from home as well. So really difficult situation for you.
I had to take a decision, and I was a little bit worried because you never know what happens, right? In terms of openings and closures of things. So I said, okay, I don't really have a lot to do for now here in Cambridge. So I decided to stay for it's only 12 months. So I took this decision.
Sure. Yeah. And it's possible, of course, to commute between London and Cambridge relatively easily, I think.
Yeah, it's not. The train is quite fast once you get to King's Cross.
Yeah. Because, as we said before you started recording, you're in southwest London, so...
Yeah, exactly. I live in Fulham, a lovely area, which is close to Imperial. And, I cycle everywhere in London, so I also cycled to King's Cross, took my bike on the train, and then cycled from the Cambridge train station to here.
That's good.
It was lovely. I got lost a little bit, because sometimes I still get lost, but it was nice.
Yeah, you tend to think, if you are based in Cambridge, that this is like the hub of two-wheeled transport. But it's really great to hear that it's taking off so much in London. I was born in Hammersmith, not far from where you're living, and throughout my relatively short life, cycling has been an incredibly dangerous pastime in London.
It's been improving, especially in central London, some areas, like if you go through parks, anything that goes through parks is very nice, and there are these quiet roads, like cycling paths. It's not too bad. I always tell people they should start cycling in London.
That's good. And when the second half of your fellowship takes over and you'll be based here, so that will be I've got it on the screen in front of me, which is how I'm managing to remember this, the Groups, Representations and Applications New Perspectives programme, which was curtailed by the pandemic. But you're going to be attending that, you're going to be part of that. And I hesitate to say it, but will that perhaps be a little bit more involved, a bit more demanding of your time being here?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd probably decide about when, to stay longer periods of time here. Depending on. The suggestion was to maybe take advantage of the time in between workshops. So when people are here and are working on their research, so that time could be very productive. During the workshops as well, very interesting, but in terms of getting the connections, probably the time in between is very interesting. So I'll maybe get something, stay here.
That's always the impression I've got from everyone I've spoken to who's taking part in a program, is it's what's in between everything else in which the conversations occur.
Yeah.
Which is why I guess it's been so important and valuable to get so many people back in the building as soon as it was safe, really.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is possible, hybrid and virtually, and it's been very successful, but there's that sense of simply spending time together physically, from which a lot of outcomes seem to
hopefully it stays like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I started when the program launched initially. I was part of the program. I came for the introductory workshop. I came here for 2 weeks at the institute. Yeah, but then we all cut short in March, April.
Yeah, so that was actually as the first wave of the pandemic arrived in Britain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was all very unclear. The workshop, initially they said we're going to keep going, but then very quickly things, as we all know, went south.
Yeah, indeed. And you mentioned Imperial earlier. So was that where you did your PhD?
I did my PhD at Imperial, so I was there for 3.5 years of my PhD. And before that, I was in St Andrews in Scotland. So that's where I went right after high school in Italy. I decided that, I wanted to go somewhere different from my hometown or go outside of Italy. And that was a good opportunity because it was still at a time when it was Scottish universities were free for European students, which was very, very nice. So I got free education and very nice, but it was a very small place as well, St Andrews, and so the natural continuation was to go to a very big city. So that's
it's difficult not to feel frustrated by the fact that can't be a possibility at the moment for others, but I won't go into any detail on that. Whereabouts in Italy did you grow up?
So I grew up in a city called Trento. It's in the north of Italy. So from Verona, it's only 70 kilometers north, so closer to the border with Austria. In fact, like half of my region is the people speak both German and Italian in Südtirol. So surrounded by the mountains, not too big, like 120,000 people, but nice.
I guess a beautiful place from my limited knowledge of the north of Italy. So going to the north, St Andrews, my geography is terrible.
Yeah, not far from Edinburgh.
So east,
on the coast,
south, really.
Beautiful. The seaside, it's absolutely marvelous. Of course, it gets cold and rainy, but and it's a small bubble. It's even more of a bubble than Cambridge itself for students because it's smaller. It's considerably smaller than Cambridge, and so half of the people that are there are students, and it's a nice international community. Well, 4 years there was enough for sure.
Sure. So tell me about your mathematics and how it fits with the GRA program, and tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I work on algebraic groups, more specifically representation of algebraic groups, and I look at specific questions like the double-costed problem, and these are things that very directly connect with many of the topics that are talked about in the GRA program. There are so many participants of the program that whose work I use every single day. So the opportunity to just be around these people is incredible.
And it was only a very brief window that you got into the program last year before it had to be curtailed. But what did it feel like being amongst people like that? Obviously, they're inspiring to you, and you can talk about something that you're very passionate about with them. Did you find it easy to integrate with people who are sort of more senior in their careers?
Initially, it seemed very surreal. Like, okay, just you happen to be in this place, which was like a first experience of this kind for me. I would say it always helps when someone can introduce you, then it smoothens things. Otherwise I'm a bit wary of jumping in front of someone who's like appears like as this senior figure. But they're always, at the end of the day, they're always nice, usually nice people, and they're happy to talk to someone who they see as passionate about the similar things that they've done or they're doing.
Yeah, I can understand that. And tell me about this fellowship. How did you see it? And I guess it's quite an obvious question, but what led you to apply for it?
Yes, I finished the PhD, I think in around July of this summer, and I had been looking for postdoc opportunities around. I think there weren't too many things going on, maybe because of the pandemic, maybe just by chance, but so I applied for some positions, which didn't go through, but they were like very difficult, like just a single position open to anyone doing mathematics so difficult things. And then this came along, my supervisor told me about it, and it looked like a very good opportunity considering the fact that I was going to participate in the program in any case. And I'm lucky to be here speaking to you.
It's good that your supervisor spotted it and thought of you. That's really nice to hear.
It moved. I don't remember exactly the details, but I think it moved rather quickly. I must the window it was advertised. I don't know exactly. Maybe it was a month or a little bit more than that. And then, they were very good with the selection process, and also they told us rather quickly whether we got it, and I was able to start already in August, which was amazing considering that I only applied at the end of June. That's encouraging to hear as well. And can I ask a little bit more about your background with maths? Has it always been mathematics for you? I would say I was already in middle school. I liked solving problems, like small problems. And in high school, I was doing these maths competitions and such. We had a team, there were other passionate students, and sort of the environment really helped me. There were always good figures that were able to give me challenging problems, so I always felt encouraged in the process, which is at the end of the day what's important. If you don't feel that you're doing something you're comfortable with and someone's going to help you, it becomes very difficult. And I wasn't sure that I was going to do maths as a degree, and I took the decision only in the last year of high school. But it was always something that I thought about, the possibility that was there.
Yeah, it's always interesting to hear how people are drawn to certain things. You tend to sort of follow whatever path seems best to you or easiest in some sense. Yeah. And suddenly you find yourself here talking to me on these microphones. What do you think the future will hold for you? What would you like it to hold for you in terms of your career?
Don't have to hide it. It's not an easy world for early career researchers. It's difficult to find jobs, and it's very competitive. And but hopefully, if things go as well as they went for after the PhD, and I can possibly find some maybe longer postdoc to be able to do a more substantial project, and from there try to get the lectureship positions, something more stable. Stability is the end goal at some point, because if you need to jump every 12 months to some other place, it becomes difficult, and I think that's one of the things that academics tend to complain about.
Yeah, it's really been brought home to me actually as a non-academic when I speak to people such as yourself, and that sort of culture of jumping year at a time. So as soon as you arrive somewhere, you're keeping your eye on your next job.
Exactly.
It takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm sure it'll be an exciting journey as well, and it's exciting to think about the rest of the GRA program coming next year.
Yeah, can't wait.
And returning to that with the spring as well.
Yeah, it will be very nice here in Cambridge.
Great. Are you staying around here this afternoon to do anything in the department?
I'm going to go to the junior algebra seminar, so I took the opportunity to go to that. And I think they're doing a happy hour Friday, every Friday at the maths department. So
yes.
Join that one.
Excellent opportunity to socialise and
exactly.
And network. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, I hope you have a lovely time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been nice to talk to you, Aluna. I look forward to seeing more of you around here when the time comes.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Cheers.